Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently grinding our way through Russia. It's definitely slow going, no doubt about that, but we are getting close at this point. We have 797 reasons to not accept, but Russia's going to start dipping below zero very, very soon, now that we have some control over Kuban. So we're continuing to press in here. That's all great. Yeah, this is going very poorly for Russia. Look at these number differences. That's insane. 3 times the amount of wounded, 4 times the amount of dead. That's really bad for Russia. So obviously they can't handle this, right? They cannot win against us. We're going to be doing a whole lot better financially once we put our troops down, but we're going to be spending that money on building things in this region. That's for sure. So Russia's now below zero in terms of their war support here, and they're actually down to minus just 20 reasons. That's much, much closer. So that's great. We're going to continue to press on through. 18 reasons now. So it's going to be a few more weeks, but Russia's getting a lot closer here. Beautiful. We know we have some market access issues. Iron and wood are both expensive. There's nothing we can do about that right now other than get more sources of iron and wood. But I would like to take a look at our infrastructure here. Okay, we can definitely build in Lindy and in British Panama. And so we shall. And we also need to remember we're building the Panama Canal. Minus 50% construction efficiency there. Yeah, it's slow going, but it's going to continue to happen over time. How are we doing over here, Russia? Only 7 reasons to not accept this peace deal at this point. Okay, I kind of regret at this point not just taking this war to its end last episode. I feel like I should have. Regardless, it felt further away at the beginning of this episode than it does right now. It's actually, Russia is just into it now. So we're just going to propose all of our peace deals and none of theirs. And we'll see what Russia thinks. They'll accept it, of course. So that's fine. Russia then immediately sided with China against Prussia. I wish them luck with that one. So we have all of this done. This is what they had constructing. Barracks, ports. They also had, it looks like, some wood construction. This would be in private constructions, I think. That's fine. I want to go into resources. Our top priority is oil rigs. So we're going to build oil rigs, maxing that all out. That's wonderful. Then I think iron mines, because we know that that iron was relatively expensive. Then logging camps, because we know that we've been having some wood shortages as well, although there's not a lot of logging camps to be built. Then we'll do fishing wharves, because why not? Then coal mines for the same reason. We might as well. And then lead mines for the same reason. Beautiful. Now, one thing we might want to think about is what is the current... Okay, groceries are 9.2%. Noted. Tea is 8.8% of our average... Yeah, tea is probably what we want to build, where we can build it. Okay, so we'll build some tea plantations here. That is going to be in Greater Caucasus. Yes, sounds good. These are going at the bottom of the list for now. And then we can build silk plantations or wheat farms. And I think that wheat farms are the way to go here. So we'll do that for right now. And that gets us all of that constructed. Beautiful. We do need to make sure that we're entirely on arc-welded buildings. I want to make sure that these are set up to be reset production methods. There we go. And in British cars as well. Hello, pause menu. So a matter of business here. Yes, we're going to continue to have our grand exhibition be wonderful. So we're not building all of this at once. In fact, we're only building 7 pages right now. And a big part of that is going to be because of our construction efficiency. Our construction efficiency is not going to be great out over this way. I'm not shocked about that, but it definitely isn't. So we're going to get all of these incorporating. There we go. And we're at minus bureaucracy as well. So being at minus bureaucracy is definitely something we're going to want to work on. That's for sure. Okay. So we want to do that like right now, right? So government administrations, each of these is 100 bureaucracy. So we know that we need 11 of these, right? So we'll just go down to, say, Nantong here. And I'm putting these at the beginning of the list. I'm actually going to build 20 here for economy of scale purposes. Okay, so we'll get that going. We're going to be running a deficit for a little bit here. We may actually want to turn up our taxes temporarily. Yeah, get rid of this debt. Let our construction work on settling. And we can also think... Okay, there's a capitalist revolt diplomatic play against us. We should do something about that. Let's send Herbert Kitchener. And we'll also send Philip Shepard on over here. Beautiful. That's a little bit laggy. Cool. Glad it didn't crash on us. That would have been slightly annoying, for sure. So I don't know if we're actually working on these ports in Kuban or not. These oil rigs in Dagestan, yeah, that's going to be a lot. That's going to be a whole lot. We're at 95% construction efficiency here. There's a huge amount of turmoil in Dagestan right now, and some devastation. The devastation is going to tick down. The turmoil actually just got a lot better. So our construction efficiency is improving. That's good. But a lot of that is going to be from turmoil. It's going to be a bit before that's, you know, gone. No doubt about that. We also are going to want to take a look at our infrastructure again, because some of these regions might not have the infrastructure. Actually, it looks like they do. We can potentially build additional ports as well. I'm going to queue these up at the bottom of the list. Let's see. Yeah, there should be some in Kuban as well. Yep, and in Greater Caucasus. So we'll get those queued up at the bottom of the list. Some of these are not actually going to build. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay, so that's all looking good. Our government administrations are going to be done in just 6 weeks here. So that's a very good sign. We do have some tax waste right now that we want to deal with, and we're spending a very, very small amount of money on interest payments. An almost irrelevant amount of money on interest payments. So that's fine. We're going to want to cut our taxes again relatively soon, but we will be running a deficit for that, and we need to consider that. So for the time being, that's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. Actually, this is significantly improved from last time we looked. 93 weeks? That's much better. It will continue to improve. As we look at this, we can see it's mostly dropping from state-region devastation. The turmoil is still exceptionally high due to pop radicalism. But as we get this incorporated, that'll drop over time. Like we can see here, we've got a good amount of radicalism right now, and we're not surprised at where this radicalism is located and when it came in, right? But it is definitely steadily dropping. So that's a very good sign. And cutting taxes will help that as well. What is our current legitimacy? 77? Okay. So, I mean, that's not going to bump us up into a new tier or anything, but that would be still fine. That would help our standard of living come back up a bit, which would be good. So the South African capitalist revolt has broken out. They are not going to do well. This is not shocking in the slightest. And of course, we're chilling at 134 infamy right now. It's a lot of infamy. To a certain degree, though, we're large enough that we don't care. Nobody's really going to do anything about it, so that's good. We're running a pretty solid surplus on our bureaucracy now again. That's always great to see, so that's going to boost up our construction efficiency a little bit. We can see that these Dagestan oil rigs, yeah, they're still slow, but they're nowhere near as slow as they were. That turmoil is definitely dropping. The state-region devastation will be gone long before that turmoil goes away, though. That said, our levels of law enforcement will be continuing to reduce this by a decent amount going forward. And the devastation will also make things much, much better. So that's good. We are sitting at about 80% literacy now. That's definitely an improvement. We're still well above our innovation cap, though. So that's fine. We can construct here for a good long time. Oil rigs in Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is actually quite a bit worse right now. Indeed, the devastation was a little higher. I think probably because there was more fighting in this area. The standard of living here in Azerbaijan, that just changed. I think it just came up. Go away, Netherlands. We don't want to participate in any wars right now. That's for sure. No wars at all. But yeah, we've almost eliminated the radicals that we earned from conquering that chunk of Russia already. That's remarkable. It's like 60-ish% eliminated. I love it. That's really, really great. Our loyalists are just cruising upward right now. And we can definitely continue to cut taxes eventually. We could cut luxury tax. Actually, tea might be a really good thing to remove the consumption tax on right now, because we know that our lower strata was spending a lot of money on tea. 8.8%. So this is going to pretty dramatically change the cost of tea for them, I think. I'm reasonably certain on that. That does change our income, of course, and that's expected. We're completely expecting that. Social Security just went up to level 5 as well, which does put us slightly negative right now. But that's okay. Yep, we've definitely arrested that downward trend. 8.7. So that was a 0.1% reduction in their tea costs. Huh. That wasn't great, for sure. Well, what would be the best one here? It would be tea. We could return the tea consumption tax. I think I'm not going to. We'll leave it be for now. I'm interested in dropping taxes, and getting some of these oil rigs finished will actually be a big deal. Kuban is actually cruising along pretty nicely at only 42.6% construction efficiency reduction. That's not bad. Okay, the South African revolt is now over, and we're making a profit again. I love it. So we do have a gold reserve at this moment, and that's absolutely great. So iron mines in the Greater Caucasus are only going to take 36 weeks to build. No, a lot of these are absolutely great. Yes, they are low efficiency, but I think this is absolutely fine. I also think that we need to get rid of these ports in Kuban. Okay, did that put us at the correct number of ports in Kuban? Presumably? Kuban is up over here. Yes. Presumably. Let's sort by name and find it in this list. That'll tell us for sure. 17 plus 3. Okay, yes. That looks correct. So our railway in British Panama is going to be done in 2 weeks. Man, this is a lot of reduced construction efficiency. But things are definitely improving on that front. Like, look at our radicalism already. It's already basically gone. Yeah, there's a lot of radicalism out here. We've got turmoil of 64.5%. But that's not shocking. That is not shocking at all. As they discover how good it is to live in our empire, they're going to be absolutely delighted to live in our empire. And it doesn't take them long to figure that out, to be honest. That's absolutely great. So loyalists are mostly coming in from high legitimacy, but increases in standard of living is a decent chunk of it as well. That's about 25%. Yeah, overall, this looks great. Our lower strata are secure, our middle strata are prosperous, and our upper strata are, of course, wealthy. So that's wonderful. Things are looking very, very good for us economically. We need to get these constructions finished. But those are honestly not that far out. According to the projection, it's 106, 109 weeks out. I don't know how real that is. Some of that might be real. some of it might not. But that 72.6% construction efficiency in Dagestan, that's looking a lot better. The turmoil is definitely going to continue to drop over time. Speaking of dropping over time, apparently our bureaucracy. We might want to start considering putting in some extra government administrations. I'll do this at the bottom of the list, so this would be 57 here. We would want to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And that would just be to bring these to economy of scale caps, but I don't think that's super necessary to do any more than that. Again, that's at the bottom of the priority list. I'm not too concerned about that happening anytime soon. Let's check in here. Iron and wood. Okay, we do have iron and wood being worked on. Checking in on our market prices. Okay, these are all raw resources. We're working on most of these, actually. Sugar's a bit up there. Dye, yeah. Coffee. Electricity is plus 20% right now. Okay, we could certainly think about putting in a new set of power plants somewhere. Like, say, South Angola, where we've already got one going in. So this would bring us up to 21, and then that would bring us up to 51. Cool. So something like that is absolutely fine. What else do we need to work on? It's mostly raw resources that we need at this point. Pretty much, yeah. Well, we're definitely working on the raw resources. No doubt about that. Oil rigs in Dagestan, 15 weeks out. Iron mines, 15 weeks out. Logging camps, starting to come in. Phenomenal. Absolutely wonderful. We are very, very pleased about this. Still minus 72.1% construction efficiency, but, you know, it's going to take time. Over in British Panama, only 25.6 construction efficiency reduction. So the turmoil here is definitely coming down. It's pretty much all from radical pops. Plus to naval base max level. Okay. Not like we need more naval bases. We're doing just fine militarily. I'm deeply, deeply unconcerned about our military situation. Honestly, economically, we're doing pretty fine too. I mean, our infamy's at 130, but we definitely could use more expansion. So to a certain extent, we don't care about our infamy, right? But at the same time, we kind of do. If literally everyone in the world were to gang up against us, would we win that? That is a genuine question at this point. The answer is quite possibly. Like, I feel like that would not necessarily be the scariest thing in the world. Even though that is quite literally the scariest thing in the world, I feel like it wouldn't be necessarily that bad. It would be bad. It would be tough. And with the way that the diplomatic play system works in Vic 3, we wouldn't get all that much out of it. But it's certainly... I feel like it would be a doable war. I really do feel like that would be doable. Checking in on our oil rigs, 3 weeks until the Dagestan oil rigs are done. Magnificent. Yeah, that's a little bit on the slow side. It has definitely not been the fastest thing in the world. But we're going to start seeing significant income from that. And that's great. Absolutely wonderful. We would like to consider cutting our taxes again. But with all of this construction ongoing, I think it's fairly unlikely at this moment. That said, we do have 11 million in gold reserves right now. So we could maybe think about it. Maybe. We're going to be having a bunch of iron mines finishing. We're starting work on the coal mines. Yeah, it's low efficiency, but what else are we going to build, right? That's what it comes down to. What else are we going to build? The answer is not really much. The greatest exhibition, huh? So we get 100 prestige for 5 years. Cool, because we needed more prestige. We have 34,000 right now, and yeah, that's a minor improvement over the number 2. What about GDP? Yeah, that's a minor improvement over the number 2. That's a significant improvement, no doubt about that. Canada's got a pretty good standard of living. Let's sort by standard of living, actually. Australia, affiliated with us. Canada, affiliated with us. Sierra Leone is the next one. Okay, these guys back down. Hilarious. Sierra Leone is the next one. That's very interesting, with a standard of living of 20.3. They're affiliated with us. Okay, never mind. That's less interesting then. So we're sitting at 100 bureaucracy right now. Our bureaucracy has definitely been dwindling. We might want to think about moving up these government administrations, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. Oh, that's power plants. Okay. Government administrations moving on up. Ports are not all that relevant. Get back down. And this power plant as well. Okay. So we're going to need this bureaucracy as we're integrating these additional locations. So we'll get that underway. That's absolutely fine. This is saying 55 weeks left in the construction queue. I don't fully believe that. But we do have oil rigs in Azerbaijan finishing up, which is absolutely great. And our Greater Caucasus coal mines are well underway. And in fact, we're also starting work on our lead mines. So that's all great. Yeah, we don't have that much left in this construction queue, to be clear. We do need to handle our bureaucracy issue. But these integrations are going reasonably well. Reasonably well. Gold has been depleted in the Yukon territory. Very sad. No doubt about that. Market access in Dagestan is only 38% because of infrastructure. Right, that would be the case. So we do need to deal with this. These are 25 infrastructure each. Right. So we need 2 here, we need 3 here, and we need 3 in Azerbaijan. For the moment, that'll do, but there's more construction happening there, so that will continue to require additional infrastructure, most likely. We're 9 weeks away from getting our government administrations online and having more bureaucracy coming in. What is this mostly being used by? Institutions. Right, so as we incorporate these, the institution costs are creeping up. That makes sense. Gotcha. No problem there. Our government administrations are only 6 weeks out, so that's not a concern in the slightest. We are about to get stormtroopers here in 15 weeks, 14 weeks. So that's all great as well. We'll continue to upgrade our military. Actually, our naval base can go up to sea lane strategies, and we may as well do that. Railways should all be subsidized. We know that. 500K in subsidies right now? Okay. Sounds good. We are paying a lot in welfare payments, but that's not shocking. And that's actually completely fine as well. What is our current tax waste? 0.4%? Yeah, that's not a big deal. Cool. So we can see our radicalism really dwindling away here. And we can see our loyalists really, really shooting up. We're now to almost a quarter of the nation being a loyalist. That's fantastic. Really, really solid there. So our politics are definitely fixed at this point. And at this point, all we really need is to get our infrastructure in this region built up a bit. That's really the whole thing. Like, there's nothing else that really needs to happen at this exact moment. So that's it. And apparently I paused. Let's not pause. British Panama is isolated. Why are you isolated, British Panama? You should have ports. 0 plus 20 out of 20. Okay, so we have the ports queued up, but they're not actually being built. We should move up at least one of them. We don't need any more than one. We just need one to give us a connection over to this, a sea connection over to British Panama. So that'll be fine for right now. We are turning a profit. Excellent. and now we're definitely doing very well on our bureaucracy. No problem whatsoever with that. The Panama Canal is going to be done in just 12 weeks here, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to get these constructions completed and perhaps think about attacking more people despite our pariah status. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.